What is up, guys, and welcome back to F1 2006. This game has a very long running history on my channel. I think we started this series 3 years ago. We've done 3 or 4 seasons now. We have been eluded that World Drivers' Championship, but today is the start of a brand new journey. We are going to win the championship in F1 2006, arguably the toughest, not only F1 game, but racing game I have ever played. Let's get stuck into this. If we can hit, I'd say 5,000 likes, and I don't ask for likes all too often, I think I will upload another episode tomorrow, because I really want to get stuck in with these career mode episodes now that I've got this series restarted. So let's get stuck into it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and have notifications turned on just to make sure that you don't miss an episode of this, because if you haven't seen it before, F1 2006 is one of the most challenging. It's got a lot of character. It's unforgiving. There's no restarts, no flashbacks, no nothing, and the damage and the AI are very hardcore. So it's very different. If you're used to the F1 games by Codemasters, this is something that you're probably not used to. So just to bring you up to speed, we're in the Toyota. We're halfway through season 4. Before the series ended like a year ago, we were a test driver for Ferrari. We got the drive offered to us for Ferrari. I misread the email, and now here we are at Toyota. The less said about that, the better. But the next Grand Prix coming up is Germany, Grand Prix of Deutschland. What is there to say? This game just has me speechless. Application. Apparently we applied to BMW Sauber. I don't know why, that's a bit of a step back for us, but yeah, it's been a long time in the making, maybe even a year. I think we were making this series on the run-up to F1 2017 come out. The new game came out, and then I stopped this series. So before F1 2018 comes out, I want to win the title, and I think we only have one more season after this before the save is done. So, with all that housekeeping out of the way, let's go to the Grand Prix of Germany and see just how bad at this game we really are.
Welcome to the home of the German Grand Prix Hockenheim. Qualifying is about to start, and after the first 15-minute session, the slowest 6 cars will take their place at the back of the grid in tomorrow's race. It's Thiago Monteiro who is first out on circuit.
So we're jumping straight into qualifying here. We have long qualifying, so there's a lot of time for me to do laps. I'm going to be pretty rusty. I'm on the pad, so just bear in mind, the racing, it's my every intention to be serious and drive well, but for the most part, I'm going to be very rusty, and it's actually quite hard to control the steering inputs on this, so there is a little bit of sloppiness to this series, but that will get better. Let's go out on track. Oh god, it's raining. Okay, for those of you who don't know, whenever it rains on this game as well, the AI basically drive around like they are still in the dry. They still have their dry weather pace, but the player gets slowed down to an absolute speed of a cookie. So we're going to be doing absolutely nothing in this session. We're probably going to be last place, and that will be us out of qualifying in the first session. Oh, the understeer. The spray is everywhere. That Red Bull is taking a defensive line into the final corner, so that's what you want. Getting in the way, slows down, thank you very much. What is the first lap? It's a 26-1. It is absolutely dreadful because Villeneuve is 6 seconds a lap faster. Wow. Oh my god! Oh, I've been overtaken by 2 cars. Okay, I did miss the braking. I was very conservative into there. I want to build on my pace. We're 1.2 seconds up already. Like I said, I'm building to it. We've got 11 minutes to do, so I think we'll be alright by the time we get to the race, as long as it's dry. We've got a bit of a train forming back there. Ah, that is brutal. Again, case in point, why this game is absolutely savage. I'm out of fuel. I'm out of fuel. I'm out of fuel. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Toy, okay, cool. So, first run as a plane flies over my house has been absolutely dreadful. 126.1. We're still I mean, there's so much more time I can find still. Well, I don't think I'll even be last if I can get a good lap in. 7 minutes to go. It looks like the track is drying up, so that's definitely going to play into my favour. I can certainly feel the grip coming back to me now. This will be a pretty good lap. Oh no, there's oil on the track. It's going to be right on the racing line. What is the bet? Through the final corner. Watch as it completely... Yep, there it goes. I think that might have just cancelled my lap as well. There's a corner, a track extending warning as well for my issues. Welcome back to F1 2006. This is exactly what it is like on this game. Even though we improved by like 2 seconds there, I think we did. That oil really screwed me over. I think we'll only get another 2 laps at this. We only have like 1 lap worth of fuel. So we need to deliver right now. Final sector of the Grand Prix. Still very low on fuel, very low on time, low on just about everything here, low on chances. This might be our last run at this in qualifying before the Grand Prix. Is this good enough to get us into Q2 in our first session? No. 1.8 seconds. Maybe there's time for 1 more. We've just gone to 0 laps. We might get this in. No guarantees though. I really hope this traffic doesn't get in the way. What's the sector looking like? It's exactly the same as the last lap, but this is a much better run through the fast right-hander. I'm going to shut up and concentrate for this final few corners. Come on, I hope this is enough. The track is improving, I'm improving, and it's not good. Oh, just shy. And a minute to go, we've got no laps worth of fuel left. But to be fair, first session back on this game in about a year, in conditions where the AI is never guaranteed for success. To only miss out by 1 place, maybe 2 places from safety, it's not a bad effort at all.
So there we have it. From 10th to pole, the grid order looks like this. Thoroughly enjoyable qualifying session today. All that remains for me to say is see you tomorrow for another scintillating, action-packed Grand Prix.
Bloody hell, that is quite close at the front of the field. Certainly not like modern Formula 1. There's a good mix of teams on this game who are capable of winning, and that's why it's so exciting if I ever get the chance to step up into a top team. Barrichello on pole. What car is? I think he's in the Honda of all cars. But sometimes Q3 can be a little bit weird because a lot of cars run with their race fuel, such as the regulations back there. So some people focus on qualifying to get pole, to get track position, but they will have to do more refueling in the race. But others in the faster cars run more fuel and kind of sandbag a little bit, meaning they'll have to refuel less in the race, if that makes sense. So I'll try and explain it as I go on, but we're starting well down the field. Potential for crashes is certainly right up there. So in my return to this game, I just want to finish. I don't want to crash out. And by some miracle, if I can get points, then that would almost feel like a race win. So let's go to the race and pray that we don't have any rain.
You join us for what is bound to be an action-packed German Grand Prix, coming to you from the world-famous Hockenheim circuit. The drivers like the Hockenheim circuit because it produces some great racing. Rubens Barrichello has good memories of this track because he won his first race here back in the year 2000. Unbelievably, he qualified for the race way back in 18th place.
That's where I'm starting!
It's a clear day here at the moment, good visibility for the drivers.
I tell you what, I am stressing. I think this is formation lap.
And off they go on their parade lap.
Okay, thank goodness. So, formation lap for our first race in F1 2006 back in just about a year. Nerves are certainly high. It's almost like a league race. In many ways, because you really only get 1 chance at this. Not that I ever do flashbacks or restart the game on F1 2017 career modes in the past, but I'm on the controller, and I'm not going to lie, the controls are a bit clunky, and it is hard to control exactly what you are doing, and the AI themselves are very, very erratic. And so, crashes do happen fairly regularly, so I'm really just looking to survive and get through.
Of the tyres before you line up on the grid, as your tyres will cool as you're waiting for the rest of the grid to assemble.
Thanks, engineer. I do not miss you at all.
Remember, safe driving today, please. We don't want any unnecessary repair build. The sponsors are looking to just get some good TV exposure by being on the track for the full duration of the race.
It's nice to know we're on the same page. I mean, I don't really care about the sponsors, but, you know, I've got to make sure this video gets to 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying?
So make sure that you finish this sector with as much heat in the tyres as possible.
Alright.
Current temperatures are
Alright, I'm heating them up, Okay, I got to turn traction control off. These cars have traction control on for this era of Formula 1, and I think you could actually dial the level of traction that you have. What do I want to do? I want to turn ABS off so I can heat up the front tyres, do some skiddies and do some burnouts to heat up the rear tyres. So this is a tactic you have to do on the formation lap to get everything up to temperature. You don't want to start it too early because it takes too much life out of your tyres, and also you pretty much have to do it at the end of the lap anyway as well, because the tyres start to cool down, and it's all about management. And as long as you get them over 80, things should be alright. We're running out of time to get the fronts up. This is always a big problem. Dial traction back up, dial ABS back up, and you know, we did an okay job. Not the best, but that will do. We are ready to start our first race.
Don't go anywhere. Turn up the volume and enjoy. Here we go. The race is go, go, go.
Here we go. Concentration, please.
Gets a great start, as does Kimi Raikkonen.
Jesus.
Here come the drivers plowing into the first corner.
Literally ploughing that bollard there.
Vettel leads out.
Good start. 2 positions.
And behind him is Fisichella. Next is Massa.
Bit of smoke. Bit of contact. Getting overtaken by Toro Rosso.
Pressing nicely on the field.
Thanks you. Thank you very much. I almost called you Jeff. That's P15 again. Red Bull, straightlinespeed.com. Red Bull was not good back in 2006. They're a bit of a midfield car, but we're going to look to get in front of them anyway. Ah!
We're hearing of an incident at turn 6. It's Montoya! There's some damage to his right rear tyre, but it looks
Wow.
okay if he wants to finish well.
Oh no, I've got front wing. I do have front wing damage.
Sully, who was also involved.
Okay, yeah, that was ambitious for me. The AI brake to like to brake really early on the first lap. Oh. You know what? I probably deserve that. But we're going to press on with an orange front wing anyway. I don't know how much of an effect this will actually have. It might not be too bad at all, but we'll have to look at getting that fixed in the pit stop.
Barrichello leads.
Oh my god, that's a dive. The AI do dive on this game, and sometimes, even if you're in the middle of them, if you're like directly in front of them and you brake earlier than what they do, taking my words out, they will just plow right through you, and sometimes you can lose a front wheel, like what happened to me with Fisichella at Canada. That was fun. These cars sound so nice. Even though it's 2006 and, you know, technology has moved on so much in the gaming industry since then, I really do rate the V8 sounds. Yep, so it truly is. Oh no, that's a corner cutting. Warning. That is painful. There goes Heidfeld. P10.
Keep an eye on your car condition indicator. The tyres are showing signs of wear and this will affect grip.
Oh, that's some gains. That's gains. That's a bad exit. And here we go, back up into P9.
A third of the way into this Grand Prix. Barrichello
Oh dear.
leads. Fisichella is second.
That'll
Massa is
do.
third.
That'll do, donkey.
He's
A legitimate overtake on this game. Something pretty hard to come by. Rear tyres are starting to go off as well, so pit stop will be coming up fairly soon. 4 laps left of fuel left in the car. I feel like I'm driving really well. I genuinely believe I'm driving really well. Probably better than what I have in the past. Just hitting apexes, flowing the car nicely. I don't know how much of an impact damage is having at this stage, but yeah, I feel really comfortable. When we hook it together, we're catching, but we just need to minimize those mistakes. Oil and debris. There it is. A few cars on the pits here. This could be our chance. Alright, here we go. Into the pits. Manual pit stop, so you'll get a feeler of what this is like in a second. Okay. I think I drove really well. With the exception of those mistakes and getting damaged, I think we drove a really good stint. Time for the stop. Let's do this. Oh, geez, this has been a while since I've done this. R1, R2, circle. Are they changing the wing? Square. Don't think they did. But we got out in front of the Red Bull, though. Crucial. And the front wing is fixed. Hallelujah! Oh, who is this? Bloody Honda. One of the back markers. And they're driving quite slow. Old mate moving chicane. This is going to be a real test for the old front wing. If I muck up a braking zone. Oh, please. Please, take this with some speed. Oh, this is painful. Please pit. Please pit. I don't want to be stuck behind you for any longer than what I need to. He's not pitting. Oh, yes he is. Thank goodness. Okay, we're clear. Overtaking on this game makes me very anxious. It really does. Coming out of the pits, we're P9. There's a few people. I can't tell if they're retired cars or not. They are. Still P9.
The engine's sight now, just 5 laps to go.
Okay, don't need to shout. Where is he gaining that time? He's gained a second in that stint, in that sector alone. Straight line speed? No, 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 no. No. Oh, I can't believe it. We're just going to keep our position, but that is pretty much any chance of catching Trilly out the window. Game's so brutal.
Lead driver Barrichello has begun his last lap of the Grand Prix. Fisichella is in second behind him.
Rubens Barrichello's got the lead on his final lap.
Man. Oh, no. This is just getting embarrassing now. It's not going to matter. It's 10th place is still good. 9th to 10th, there's no difference. We don't get points anyway, but let's bring this home. A bit fed up with the curbs, as you could probably imagine. You drive over them 9 times out of 10, or you do nothing different and you just get punished. So I just want to bring this home. Rosberg is all over me in the Williams. It's a bit weird because like this whole race I've been faster than everyone behind me. Driving really well, but the guys in front seem like they're in another league. So might have to have a look at the old setup and the way that I am driving the car. But yeah, these guys are keeping me honest here. Bring this home and I will be a happy boy. There goes Barrichello.
In first place, and deservedly so in my opinion. Fisichella will finish the race in second.
Negotiate this one last time. No touching the curb. That's all good to see. I don't think there's any more auto spin curbs for the rest of the lap. Watch as one comes out of nowhere and takes me out of the race. But here we go. First race back in F1 2006. We have made it to the end. That is somewhat of an achievement. 10th place. Not the greatest results in the world, but given the circumstances, I will certainly take it.
It's been a captivating weekend here at Hockenheim. Plenty of action, plenty of surprises. It's been typical of the type of racing we get here. I've enjoyed it enormously, and we hope you have too.
So there we go, guys. That has been the race. The German Grand Prix. Barrichello wins. Didn't really grab too much of that result screen. But yeah, 10th place. I think it was something like 37 seconds away. I felt like I drove really well in that first stint. The pace and the way that the car handled felt really good, and I was in the flow. And then a few mistakes crept into the game, and I feel like the consistency dropped off quite a little bit there. But early signs, things are pretty good. You know, apologies to I can't remember who it was, but I think it was one of the McLarens, possibly on the first lap, made contact. Fingers crossed when we head off to the Hungary ring next week, we should be in hopefully more of a competitive frame of mind. Let's check the email inbox. Be sorry to hear that my application for BMW Sauber was unsuccessful. They don't want to hire me. To be a first driver, I've had too few Grand Prix finishes. Too few personal test successes as well to be a test driver. So I think the main problem for me in this career mode so far, and why I haven't been a a top line in a top line team is simply because of the lack of finishes in a lot of the races. I feel like my finishing rates on this game is absolutely appalling. Some seasons I skip through, and I certainly haven't done myself any favors. So anytime I can finish a Grand Prix certainly helps me out heading forward into season 5. We'll advance time, see if anything evolves in the whole world of Formula 1. So you have like a news feed, you have the driver standings, constructors, it immerses you a little bit. You have contracts, negotiations with other teams as well, news and information, so you've got all that. News, yeah, we just saw that screen. So there's a lot going on in this game, and for a game that was made 12 years ago, I feel like they did a really good job of being like, I don't know, pioneers at the time. This game was certainly ahead of its time. But guys, that has been this episode for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you smash the like button if you enjoyed. 5k likes, and I will upload another episode tomorrow. Fingers crossed that can go ahead. I will continue to improve on this game as we get deeper into the season. And like I said, hopefully we can gun for the championship at the start of next season. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, the Nagyar Nagydij Grand Prix. I'll see you next time.